Right. Hi guys. Um, quick market update. So I'll just talk about the weekly chart just for a second. So weekly, we can see what we've had so far is we dropped down here, then we made a range here, lows here, highs here, one of the range highs, projected mid-range, then we deviated below the range, and then we broke back through, broke these a series of lower highs, yeah, which flipped the market bullish on the weekly time frame. We retested this breaker, albeit very shallow, and then we went up. We took out these highs, and now we're just hanging around here. So, and the next range would be above here, right? This entire region. So if we do go up, then I expect there to be a battle over here. So this would be the first place of rejection. And if we accept here, then I expect us to go all the way up here, towards the other end of this range, this value segment, whatever you want to call it, right? Now that we have this weekly region, I would say that this entire zone over here is an absolute must hold. So even if we do come back and test it, I think it's fine. I don't know why my arrows are acting up and dancing around. So even if we do come back here, it's fine. This would be a decent place to bid, because if you start losing this, then then everything is at risk. But before that, all right, let's zoom in a little bit. So if we look at the daily, right? We look at the daily chart, right? Let me clean this up a little bit. Right. So the 3-day and daily are a weird picture right now. So a 3-day, we have the potential, we have declining momentum over here. It's not confirmed yet. It's not locked in yet. But if we start trading back below, say, 23,500 and closing 3 days or dailies below it, that might be a sign that we will pull back deeper and maybe take out this liquidity over here, which basically is this blue box, right? So that would be plan B for the bulls, right? The worser side for the bulls, right? This one. The more optimistic area for the bulls, in my opinion, would be this one. Would be this purple box. Well, this region over here, pretty much. Right, this region over here. So what we have over here is, if we zoom in a little bit, we have this entire series of poor lows, basically, right? So I'd be much more confident longing something like this if we had taken out some of these. So we have this low over here, we have this low over here, and then we have this low over here. So something like this, would be nice. Maybe we just pump from here, but for that, I would say we need to confidently reclaim this zone over here. Otherwise, it's just kind of, it might just ping pong. So a good short, right? And we also see BTC has quite cleanly flipped its 4-hour trend. So if we remove all the drawings, we just look at this, right? We had this defended, lost. We tried to break out, we lost it. Now we're just hanging around these lows, right? With all of this liquidity, liquidity over here to take. So let's see what happens. It's kind of similar to what we had over here, when we lost the 4-hour trend here. We tried to break out, we didn't. We had a nuke, we hit some support over here, and then we went back up. It doesn't have to happen the same way, but it could easily nuke down, come down to around this region. So maybe again the 4-hour 200 EMA, and then move back up. Yeah, Monday lows, we're just hanging on to them right now. So let's see. So this would be a decent place to look for shorts if we start failing here. And this entire box would be a decent place to look for longs if we start getting some bullish price action on, say, the 30-minute or the hourly chart. ETH, on the other hand, is pretty similar, to be honest. So ETH, also similarly, we have a loss in momentum over here. We see, we've clearly not been able to break out. Let me just remove this, we swung these highs, we're just wicking. So it's kind of undecisive right now. Trading back below Monday lows. And yeah, we could easily come back, test this supply over here, this demand over here, and then move back up. And it's pretty clear to see that basically we can have two lines in the sand for ETH, two lines in the sand for ETH. One is this pretty clean level around here, around 1680. So you can see it rejected, rejected, rejected. If we zoom in a little bit, we can see that this has been a pivot. It's been quite a clean pivot, right? So we start accepting above this, then I think we can easily look for range highs and probably a move higher, because then it will shift market structure, right? It will shift market structure then, because then we'd have a deviation here, right? So we have these sets of highs, here, right? So we've broken through. And if we hold this here and we break through here, then we have a clear uptrend, right? A clear uptrend, then I think we can push for 1800s, maybe 2000s. Obviously, if ETH breaks this, then Bitcoin is also gonna look bullish. Before that, another signal would just be simply reclaiming this zone over here, kind of. Yeah, this entire zone. So if we start reclaiming this, then maybe it's not the best place to be short. Right. But right now, I mean, I am still in a short, right? I still am in a short from super small short, like 30% size short from 1651. I had a better entry, but then I flip-flopped. All right. Uh, for your stop losses, you can either play it aggressive. Basically, this wick should not be retested now, and if it is, then I'd expect price probably starts to move higher. And on the downside, you can target this region, and then I'd say probably you can target this Fibonacci OTE region. Yeah, basically this entire zone over here as potential targets, right? So that's how ETH looks. We're mostly flat, right? So we'd closed the blur and LDO longs yesterday. So that was a pretty good close on the LDO long. We had longed over here at 2.84, right? Somewhere around here. We closed off our entire trade here. Let's retrace the back completely. Blur. Yeah, we longed here. Closed a good chunk out here, and then the rest got stopped out, break even. If we have a look at SPX, right? Well, it's at 1 day 200 EMA right here. This played out quite nicely. So this was the one I've been sharing with you guys. So it broke out here, broke out here. Now I could easily see us coming down to retest this, considering what we have over here. It's not the most I don't know, that it's not the nicest PA over there. Yeah, we've rejected back under our daily trend. Which is not quite a nice sign. If we look at the weekly, we can see the weekly was clearly you know we took out these liquidities, then we were just wicking, right? 3 day probably wick, 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 sellers we're not letting price go up, and now we've rejected. So uh, we could easily see this come back down, because if this is a range, right? If you draw it out as a range, if you draw this out as a range, so if we fail to hold over here, then easily we can see, just see this is the highs, the lows. We rejected of the highs here, then you expect it to come down to the lows over here around 3,800s, right? And that should probably bring crypto down towards maybe this purple box or this blue box over here, probably this blue box over here. Really nothing much to add. This is my watch list for now. I think the only two narratives that are really sticking out right now are the LSD narratives with the likes of Lido, FXS, Wi-Fi, and also ETH. Obviously, ETH, Shanghai, Lido, and LSD, and maybe it's the Matic Supernet narrative with that coming on the 20th of March. Yeah, there you have the Matic ecosystem, or the layer 2 ecosystem, like with Matic, Mina, Metis, LRC, etc. China narrative, I think it's quite a forced one, because we don't see, yeah, because I mean, Chinese equities are not getting a bid at all. This is Hang Seng. This is the China index. I mean, they just look weak. They're not getting a bid at all. So yeah, I'm not entirely positive on the China narrative. Um, Coinbase is one I'm potentially looking to get short. So, well, I shared with you that, ideally I'd have wanted this to deviate over here, and then we could have shorted this, but it didn't give us that. Yeah, GMX looks pretty strong still, but honestly, right now it's just choppy. So let's see. We've got inflation numbers in about 3.5 hours. So let's see what we get with that. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.